Ahoy, welcome back to game number 2, the Low Elo Shenanigans. We are excited for this one again, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in for this the second game of the day. We have my boy Casual from the Elo company and a fellow caster of mine. And we got one of my favorite mods in the world, Unraveling. Guys, say ahoy and let's go.
Ahoy.
Ah, the unison ahoy! It's so rare. It's so rare. Oh
That's
my
just
lord.
how you know
so
that the
good.
cast is going to be good.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be, that's honestly, clip that. That's worth it. But all right.
First thing for me is lane assignments. Where are people going? Because there's still technically quite a few flex picks. For me, I see Jin with Ghost. I go, okay, you're in the solo lane. But whether he chooses to place himself in the top or mid lane is still yet to be seen.
Yeah.
Pretty much guaranteed Nico will be in support, taking that spell thief's edge. Pretty much guarantees, especially since that support item solo lane was nerfed quite a number of patches ago. It's definitely not an option. Ezreal Nico, not a very common bot lane, and Jinx Morgana for me should win the 2v2, but this is just that case where like should and what actually happens, they're not on the same planet. They're not on the same postcode. Anything can happen, though my prediction may, you know, slightly waver.
Chronic Bomb, range top laners are evil.
It looks like it's going to be a very safe start. Every team just protecting the entrances, no like crazy invades, nothing really going on.
I would like to point out to everyone, when you go back and watch this on YouTube, I want everyone to just look at the chat that was just above my head and see what they actually just said, because it was real funny. And I'm not going to say it because I want people to go follow me on YouTube. Nika just boring to play? Nah, we got this. A good game, Misery. Good game. Now, I'm looking at this game. I'm really looking forward to seeing Irelia versus Veigar. I think finding out who's going to win that matchup is really important. I'm also really keen to see this jungle matchup, because we do have the Kindred versus a Shyvana. Should be an interesting one. Irelia going very deep.
Ooh,
but all good poke.
Double root as well from Nico as well. So I like that he's actually started E in this matchup purely because Morgana Black Shield at level 1 is really unlikely. He usually wants to start the biting to just confirm those extra auto attacks coming out from the AD carry. And so knowing this played up really far, and they got a really favorable trade, and that should really swing, especially these early levels, onto the side of the Ezreal. And whoever hits level 2, 3 first is pretty key in winning this bot lane matchup for me 2v2.
And you can see not too much has really happened in the great scheme of things. We're seeing a couple good little quick shots going down. Ezreal, there's a hook.
Okay, Bindy confirmed from Anon Solaris, still landing all of his skill shots from game 1, and there will be no Letho, but Tico can sort of position a bit further up in the lane now, and just well done from Anon overall. Looks really strong on the Thresh and just wants to continue that through to game 2, guys.
Well, you did see burned the heal, burnt the flash. Jamesy wants to go for this hit. There's double flashes.
Jamesy did want to look. Tico can find first blood, and no, won't find the reset, which means we'll have to pan over to the top lane as Elliot Pass uses that body slam to try and get himself out. However, with E procced under Mark, XD will take first blood over to the blue side, and this Kindred is very accelerated, but AD Never Carry wants to continue on the fight. Now the stun has missed. He has a minion wave to dash around in. Can he do it?
There's a Shyvana.
He's found the resets. There's plenty of auto attacks. Flash forward from Ironclad
double
as well.
flashes.
Confirmed the kill. Now plenty of summoner spells burned, but red side will find a quick little answer back as Kindred gets the first blood, but an Irelia kill into this Veigar lane is just disaster for the blue side mid laner.
I 100% agree with you, especially considering the fact that Irelia got the shove off, is up 16 CS already, got a kill, double buff. She's going to be walking back to this lane feeling invincible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Huge.
And we'll see what he actually purchases for items as well. He's got so many options now with so much gold early.
Well, we see him picking up the pickaxe.
Plenty of AD.
Not bad.
Like
Gonna be rushing the
going
Bork.
straight AD, yeah.
But there's Hiki coming down though.
Hold on. Once more now, E-Proc, but binding again from Anon Solaris, who maybe keeps his AD carry alive. No, Jamesy will pick it up. Flash forward from Nico. Just can't find it. A bit ambitious considering the black shield was available, and so red team will keep it to 1 kill as Jinx falls, but just really good pathing coming out from the Kindred. Just wants to keep the pressure on, and we talked about how blue side needed a lot of time to scale up, and there's one way to do that. You can play very safe, guys. You can play back, just farm up, or you can put the pressure on, and like our beautiful mod was saying, accelerate the scaling with kills, accelerate with lane prowess, and this Kindred is a big part of that. The more that you're invading, the more that you're ganking is allowing your laners to push up and find those favorable resets. And now an item advantage will be placed onto the Ezreal. And the longer that poke can... Oh, hold on.
Good stun there.
Carry. Yeah. Good flash, though, as well. I think knew that he would have fallen Pike as well, should he not flash. So just needs to play safe in this lane.
I do think that the Veigar would have fallen there. That Aurelia does have that rev buff. She gets that 1 auto off with the Blade Surge.
But there's big fight.
Beautifully well done.
But good shutdown.
Yeah, finds the 1v2. It's not too bad. However, blue double buffs back onto the Kindred is incredibly dangerous, especially as Elliot OP Boss may need to find some sort of way to crash this wave, because Kindred is pathing topside and he wouldn't want to fall again after getting first blooded earlier on.
I think the big thing you have to worry about is drag is exactly up. You beat me to it. Shyvana needs these dragons to get those stacks, get even stronger, get the tankiness. Good bind.
I love the binding, Park. I'm sorry I have to interrupt you, as just this Anon Solaris will give you no time to analyze anything. As soon as his skill shots are back up and he can use them, he's using them, and more importantly, he's hitting everything. Incredibly scary on this Morgana so far.
And red team securing the first dragon is a mountain dragon, so this is kind of nice to see. It's good to see that Shyvana is going for this, but there's Gragas getting caught out.
Pulse, and with the root confirmed from Jin, does Kindred give his kill to the AD carry? No, he will not. Denied like every other top laner. The jungler will take the kill, take the gold, and accelerate himself further and head right back down to the bot lane.
Honestly, Kindred getting these kills and this gold early is absolutely phenomenal for Kindred.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is going to spike so hard. Like, the pressure that Shyvana can emit from taking dragons early is not going to mean much when this Kindred walks into your lane and goes, tap, tap, see you later.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I feel like this Lamb's Respite, that ultimate usage from the Kindred is so strong in Red Side's composition as well, which is a lot of hard engage. You're looking at the E-Flash body slam into the explosive cask on Gragas, bringing that backline back into the fray. The Aurelia flash fold with the Blade Surge. I mean, you've got so much hard engage, and that's
Aurelia going deep.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of Blade Surge, we'll find it, and we'll most certainly fall. Actually, oh no.
Yes.
Finds the reset. Is there enough here?
That's
no,
it.
There isn't.
The 1v1.
So close. Well done onto the Veigar. I mean, really, this Irelia shouldn't be going 1-for-1 at this stage, especially given the early kills that they found. So, well played to Okariyama to find that kill. Because past a certain point, it'll be really hard for Irelia to actually match up in this 1v1. Especially with that baby cage that could be put down. Have AD never carry whining all the way home when he can't really dash around much because he'll just get stunned, locked up, and then bursted.
What do you think about boots for this game, for this red side? I'm looking at blue team. They've got actually a decent amount of CC, so Merc Treads might not be the worst option here.
Look, honestly, you've got a Morgana bind. You've got just there's another fight going on bot lane.
The traps have been placed down, so Tico and this Morgana are playing really conservatively, and I like that they're able to find ways out of these plays, because you can see that Jamesy and EXO on the floor are really impatient in this lane. They know that they need to push up. They know that they need to find these fights, because Jinx is incredibly scary if it's allowed to scale up. However, speaking of, there's no impatience I was talking about. They just can't find the engage, and it's all on to Anon for being able to find an engage and find starts to fights, but also find the disengage as well, guys. The ability to get out of these ganks, to get out of these Nico stuns has just been incredible, and keeping that all-important AD carry on Tico alive, so Jinx can really pop off in these team fights later on.
But I think the big thing is you need to start seeing those combos. Morgana's landing these perfect binds, but we're not seeing traps go down. We're not seeing any solid follow-up coming from this Jinx, and that's where it really comes down to it. When you're playing Morgana Jinx, you need to have these combos. You need to be landing that CC chain to really utilize maximum damage efficiency. So that's what we need to start seeing, and we need to start seeing Shyvana making some plays around the map. She's been securing dragons, yes, she's been securing objectives, but we're not seeing any plays. Kindred's having so much more of an impact simply because he's everywhere, and we can see him heading top right now, looking to tower dive this Gragas.
Another play. Yeah, and with Lamb's Respite available, this could be confirmed. Elliot Boss does have his ult as well to try and get out. Should he try and use it? Explosive cast still available. He's holding on to it for an incredibly long time. Does find it near the end there as well, as a mid lane play will be confirmed. Not even close there. Can Elliot use the fancy feet? No, no fancy feet means he turns into a fancy feast, and Elliot will fall. However, Jamesy with an incredible buffer on the shift finds a way to get Anon out of this fight, incredibly jumped, but Tico with full HP.
And here comes the dragon.
Sparta available, E on as well. Jamesy unfortunately ults the wrong way, but Exo on the floor flashing forward to make sure this AD carry can live, and body blocking too. No kills miraculously, guys, in the bot lane with so much used.
Fantastic Nico ulti.
Ultied the right way there. With the fact that Nico got a 3-man ultimate
Hold on.
and Non and Jinx could have been in trouble.
The double flash forward. Oh, the damage though. This is the rend.
Oh, just can't find the black shield on a No. You could tell he was so thirsty for that kill. Knew he could try and confirm it, but just a little bit of a micro error means he falls, and Nico finds that all-important kill, which is incredibly impressive given how much of the red side's resources, they place into this bot lane. And look at the reverse answer. Kindred runs straight back top, places the Herald after finding the kill onto Gragas, and this poor top laner is having an incredibly hard time. Clearly weak side this game, but it feels really bad to weak side into something like a Jhin and a Kindred, who you know will just outscale you and make you feel completely useless in these team fights. You want some sort of assistance, but I don't necessarily disagree with what Shyvana's doing, because you want to be bot side as Shyvana anyway, guys, to get those all-important dragons.
That's right, and Dragon is up. We can see it is the Hextech Dragon, so I'm looking forward to seeing what soul will be coming up. They do secure it, not much competition, Kindred top side, but we are seeing Irelia getting very strong, just CSing very well in this mid lane. Got the perfect score so far, which we can't argue with right now, and looks like good flash.
Looks for more, but flash from Vega and Baby Cage puts down mean that he can get out, but can Irelia find more? Has the ultimate unavailable actually, so probably will, but however, make sure the Lamb Respite comes out. Can he find some sort of a trade kill? A beautiful stun means that he will find the kill onto the Kindred. Can he fall? Ignite ticking, gone, shut down over to the Vega, but look at that damage coming out from this Shyvana, who will bite off more than she can chew.
Look at those shit cage.
Can he turn for more? On the cards, gentlemen, as she looks towards the Nico, but with no black shield, there is a chance she may get rooted and locked up. Jhin ult now procced as well. Can he find that shot? Confirmed through the stun. Shyvana with a double kill, but will fall. Now this Jhin sits at 3-0, and that was a crazy fight.
Beautiful execution there. Even the Veigar cage, even after Veigar died, was able to get some stuns off and help secure the kills for that team. Fantastic play coming from blue side, securing everything they could. Gragas, because he was so far shoved in, wasn't able to get any tower plates for that. But even though they got the dragon, they sacrificed way too much, and red team has now fallen behind. We can see they are only just behind in gold, but blue team's taking these leads and taking every fight they can. And there's a fight up top.
Pike. We've got a 1v1 potentially coming out. I thought Gragas was just going to take what he could and then try and get out. However, needs to dodge the W and does. So the root is not landed for Jhin, but Ghost procced means he will most certainly catch up to this Gragas, who's incredibly low under his turret, but lives. And speaking of living, this Veigar may not see much living going on anymore, as Irelia does confirm the kill, has a wave to bounce back to as well, uses the W damage reduction to avoid the turret shot. And this matchup mid lane is going from bad to worse. This Veigar not even at 50 CS at 13 minutes in, with this Irelia close to 10 CS a minute. 80 never carry is looking incredibly strong on this pick, as Anon potentially some trouble here. Black shield proc, which means that Jinx can't really walk up safely, and Kindred will find the kill. 4-2 now, can potentially push up for more. Red buff onto the Jinx means that it could be caught up to, but no, they will just take their singular kill and look to break down this bot tier 1, which is just the perfect ideal play.
And even off that play, Jamesy with the missed barrage shot was still enough to force them to start scaling back. It forced them to start moving backwards, and Jinx, Morgana don't have the greatest kiting techniques. They can, but here's another fight.
Shyvana will jump straight back in, and the Lamb's Respite is unavailable, which means that Kindred will fall. Shyvana just in the right place at the right time, guys.
She's got those ganks. bridge is coming down, but could be caught by an Irelia. Yep. Yeah, he does. Has to Noon Quiver out, but no, he's still... Oh, no, see you later. Gale Force. It's a Gale Force, not a Noon Quiver. Nah. Every time, man.
I didn't want to say anything.
Every time, man. I know. Wait.
Trouble.
Oh my... No.
80 carry versus an Irelia, but he cannot find it. Oh my god.
Jamesy with
What
a
an
big
outplay.
outplay.
Pardon my COVID there on stream, gentlemen. I wasn't able. Oh, hold on. Look at the Super Mega Death Rocket. Look into this Ezreal. Can he find it?
Oh.
Just lives and gets back to base in time. I wish my camera actually panned towards it. I hope stream caught that. That Jigsaw was pretty smart from Tico there to look for the Ezreal, knowing that he would get his reset off and hoped that he could find the execute damage, but unable to. And all of that play in the bot side means that Elliot can collect quite a bit of important gold in CS, given how much pressure has been placed onto him. And he's done so well for me to only be 0-3 with all of these ganks, all of this pressure that's been placed on him, especially, which is already a very difficult matchup in the Jhin versus Gragas. So props to the red side top laner, who is behind, but not behind enough to be completely irrelevant in fights.
You can't deny that. From Pike and my perspective, we've seen Alia play a lot. He plays a lot of these weak side top laners, but he plays for the mid to late game.
Yeah.
And plays around his team.
Also, big engage.
And that's what you want from a Gragas. And you know what? Feels good to be weak side when your mid laner can do things like that. Absolutely one-shotting a key member of the red side as Anon finds another Darkseal binding, and Kindred will just fall. Doesn't even end up using the ultimate. I wonder if it just wasn't available. Maybe didn't have enough mana. I'm not too sure. Regardless, Kindred will fall. And that's 2 members dead for the side of blue team. What can red team actually try and get off here? They might try and break tier 1 mid, but with Dragon to spawn, guys, we could be looking at Soul Point.
This could be Soul Point taking Kindred out of the fight early there. There's the flash engage.
Body slam from Gragas does have the explosive casting available, but is just out of range. Looks for it now, and it is a perfect placement, surely to fall.
Curtain call.
Anon collects the kill. And speaking of being unable to collect kills, Jhin unfortunately can't find that 4th shot, which means that most of the key abilities are actually back onto the blue side here, gentlemen. So should this fight break out, I could actually back Veigar and the boys here to try and win this and collect this dragon. However, maybe it's just gone.
Yeah, and they just rushed that down.
I don't actually think they can contest this. Nico's health bar is too low. The jungler's only just getting there, and Shyvana has
Oh no. Beautiful ulti.
CC you were talking about, Pike, as well.
I told ya.
Into the chompers from Jinx just meant that Kindred had nothing to do. All he could do was pop ult, and that's a really key ability now used, which means that if red side can recognize this, the next team fight they look at, whether it be near Herald or elsewhere, hold on, 80 Never Carry going incredibly deep, finds a trade kill now, the Blade Surge used. What can he find? He finds 2 actually in a 1v5. Absolutely insane on this Irelia. 10 and 5 right now, becoming a little bit of an issue.
So we have to look at items here. Irelia has Gordrinker, Blade, Merc.
Oh nope. See you, Jamesy.
Well.
Nearly Death Stand.
Ooh.
She has so much gold in her pocket.
Absolutely does. And speaking of gold in the pocket, Ironclad is now looking to collect on some champions, not farming camps, he's farming champions, gentlemen. This Shyvana is absolutely crazy. 5-1, a very similar build to what we saw last game, and while Shyvana did end up losing that one, the damage was undeniable, Pike. We saw how much this Shyvana could do. He was one-shotting guys left and right, and with the Hextech Alternator, I believe he'll be looking at something like the Night Harvester. Personally, I don't like it, guys. I think Night Harvester is an incredibly creepy item.
Going probably... This game, well, they're all incredibly squishy on the blue side, so I actually think Night Harvester is really good here.
I'd be feeling Ludens, honestly. I'd be going the full one-shot. I'd be a glass cannon dragon.
Night Harvester, Horizon Focus, those kind of things this game, for this Shyvana, will be massive.
And there's another big fight coming in.
Hold on. I really tried to fight it more as you can chew, but the stun did miss, which means that there's a chance that he can get it out, but not when that much is thrown at him. Everything but the kitchen sink means that Jhin will fall without his sums as well. But look at that Black Shield straight through the baby gauge and onto the Veigar. But however, AP Shyvana means that your autos do nothing, my friend. Absolutely nothing at all, as Jamesy could potentially fall too. A beautiful use of the Blade Search means that 80 Never Carry could even look for more. What a stun! What the hell is he doing? He's still going. This guy is crazy. A quadra kill coming out for the Irelia, 14 and 5. A bit of a 1v9 carry we're witnessing here,
Are we sure this is not Willy Wonka?
This could be Willy. I think this might be Willy.
Who knows?
All I can say is that setup there, the blue team used way too much on the Shyvana, leaving nothing up with
Yeah.
this Aurelia, who just walked in and went wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. But again, there's big curtain call. Good shutdown
Oh.
going over. Does have
What a
enough
snipe.
damage. Picking up the Lord Dominic's, but means he will be able to survive these more tanky champions. But at this point, Irelia is in such a spot.
You
And
can tell that 80 Never Carry wants to get back in there, Pike. He wants to find his 1v5 pentakill. Now his ult's about 25 seconds off, so I doubt he looks
I
for it.
honestly don't think it matters at this stage of the game. I think this Aurelia is just far too strong for blue team, who has no anti-healing into this Aurelia.
yeah. She's just sitting there. She can stay in this
now.
base.
You're exactly right. Doesn't even need the ultimate. It's about to proc as well. Flash coming up as well, so we can sort of smell the play that's looking for
Go away.
just playing with his food right now.
I'm about to say.
And once he gets the Death Stance, it's going to be a big difference in how much damage
There
and
it
how much
is.
survivability. Oh,
Yeah, there's not much they can do when Irelia gets this big.
Yeah.
XD is definitely not laughing
Oh,
right now, as
no.
Irelia could find the pentakill onto his entire team. A triple kill coming out. Jin up in 3 seconds. Can he dive the Nexus? First off, XD will need to fall on this Kindred. Can he find an outplay? Unfortunately, he autos the minion and starts a quadra kill going over to the Irelia. Can Freiku look
oh,
for
the
it?
flash
Oh,
forward.
Flash forward for not much, as Ghost is proc from Jin. He can try and kite this, however, it's not too easy to hit a skill shot onto Irelia. Gale Force used, which means he can find that little bit of extra space, but Anon is here to keep his precious carry alive.
Good
actually,
flash
Flash is
forward.
in, looking for the ultimate, which means that Jin needs to use his flash, but with the boys here to back him up means that Anon bites off a little bit more than he can chew, and a return kill over to the blue team is pretty necessary considering there's not much of a base left to defend.
There is a
Honestly,
dragon coming up.
In my opinion, that wasn't actually the worst play by Anon here. Think about it. Like, all of blue team was respawning. This Aurelia had about 100 HP. Anon brought time, but Aurelia overstays, as you can see, giving that shutdown over to the Jin, which is huge for this blue team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
The
low
more gold
goal.
this Jin has, the more damage you can do. Because you can see, those auto attacks on that Aurelia were actually chunking her.
That's next pain. That's next League of Pain. High Elo. Final Dragon soul point for red team. They want to get this. Kindred is here to match them. It comes down to the 1v1 steal.
I think
Can they do
Shyvana
it?
wins this purely because she has ult.
Oh, hold on.
With
Kindred's
a E.
jumped
But
in
Kindred's
incredibly
going for
early
it.
as well.
And red team gets it.
Just misses. Oh, that is going to be Soul going over. But Ironclad is certainly to fall. But what can they
Oh,
find?
two.
A beautiful body slam coming out of Elliot means that that is as close to an ace as you're about to get. Though explosive cast missing means that Ezreal can buy that all-important space to proc those Qs and be able to phase shift him way out. But Tico, Gale Force is in, looks for the slow.
Jesus.
Elliot, Gale Force missing, Everfrost missing. Can they find the slow? They can. Ignite procced. Tico gets the reset, and they might look for the end here. And Red Team, for the second time today, may defeat the Nexus and win this game.
just seeing a thing pop up from them there in all chat.
Ooh.
Sorry, what?
You
Jamesy,
okay?
I hope you brought your brown pants.
Oh, damn.
Ironclad is having a bit of fun here.
Absolutely. It's one of those games where, like, your mid laner pops off this hard, you get the chance to just run around and all chat. Just meme it up, because you're not really carried anyway, so...
Well, at this stage, Ironclad could go AFK in a bush and go cook his dinner, you know? Like,
Well, I
it's
kinda
just the
wanna-
way that it's looking.
I know,
Cam-
Blue
I
team
wanna-
need to do something here.
I
Otherwise,
want to
this
see
game...
the Irelia
will
1v5
Wait.
and look at the way they're posturing. They grouped up so tightly to try and make sure that this Irelia can find something. But grouping up tightly might be what Irelia wants. Find that all-important ultimate on multiple members. There's one stun.
Yeah.
Actually chooses to ult just the singular Ezreal, but has plenty of resets. Now, Lamb Respite use means
Yeah.
that Irelia can buy himself time. GA proc now as well. All-important cooldowns need to be available for this Irelia, but a perfectly placed route means that... Hold on! But there's a Gore Trigger, a beautiful stun coming out of 80 Never Carry. Can he find the ultimate resets? A double Q, hold on, Vega will fall. Is this the 1v5? I believe it is. What a E coming out of 80 Never Carry. That was a beautiful stun. This Irelia, incredibly scary, actually finds himself the 1v5 and may end the game all on his own.
So I have actually just gotten a new development from both teams and from the man himself. AD Never Carry is indeed smurfing on an alternate account. So red team has actually forfeited their win for dishonorable behavior.
a bit sad because, like, obviously, yes, Irelia played well, but it's like, you know, not in the rules. It's a bit out of the spirit of what's going
we
on.
do say low elo, and to be, you know, honest about it.
Yeah.
We
So
say
it is
yeah.
unfortunate for this red team because the rest of red team actually played really well.
Played so well.
A bit disappointing for those guys. Yeah,
It's
they should've
unfortunate,
just-
but
yeah.
it is understandable. And the correct action has been taken, and red team has been stripped of this victory.
Red team stripped the victory. Unfortunately, that does equal a ban for 2 weeks, Fluffy. So you are not able to play next week. You are also forfeited from bans from in games. 2 weeks. Yeah. I said 2 weeks. So what is So unfortunately, that was the victory. That was a bit of a rough one, but
That was absolutely rough.
it was pretty
there were
rough.
signs of like good stuff out of
There
the
were
victory.
signs.
But it's just unfortunate that, you know, it happens.
It does happen, but it does come down to an honor system, and we got to abide by that. That is the non-toxic way that we want to play.